Okay, my name is not important right now. I would like to give a couple of shout outs to Naim Kosher Pizza in Brooklyn, New York, Dave's Pizza in Lawrence, Traditions in Lawrence, and Florida. Men's home security systems, and hope you like the video. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
I grew,
Where did Slimy Dax grow up?
I grew up in Brooklyn. I was born in Maimonides Hospital in Borough Park. I grew up the first 13 years of my life in Borough Park until my bar mitzvah. And then my family moved to Flatbush. And I've been there ever since.
You never moved out of Brooklyn.
Out of Brooklyn. I never moved out of Brooklyn. I'm a pure
You're a Brooklyn like.
I'm a Brooklyn boy. Yep.
Where did you go for elementary school?
Elementary school, I went to Yeshiva Torah Vadas on East 9th Street in Flatbush.
Um, where did you go for high school?
For high school, I started in Yeshiva Torah Vadas. And then for 10th grade, I tried to do the dorm, go away from the house dorm type of yeshiva in Muncie in Beishraga for 1 year. Didn't really work out great. And then 11th and 12th grade, I went to Sha'ar HaTorah in Queens, which was drivable, like a half-hour drive from Brooklyn.
You went to Shah Taylor?
Yes, you're familiar, Yehuda, with you? You know the place?
My father went to Shah Taylor.
Really? So I probably know him.
Yeah,
And he probably knows me, and I probably know him. Wow.
yeah.
Where do you live, in Brooklyn?
No, I live in Five Towns.
Oh, you live in the Five Towns. Mm-hmm. Yes, I probably know your father, sure.
I am neighbors with your cousin.
Which cousin? Shimon Dax?
Yeah,
Dax? Oh, very nice. From Darche.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very special family, very special person.
yeah. His son is getting married.
Son is getting married, right, next week. Yeah, this week, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This week, Wednesday night.
When you're tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Um, where did you go for base medrash or you went to college? Did you go to college?
Yeah, so I went to Ner Moshe in Israel right out of high school. I went for 2 years, and then I went to Touro College. I graduated
Ah,
from Touro College.
for 2 years, for 2 years you were in Israel and 2 years you went to college.
It was 3 years of Touro. 3 years, I think it was. Yeah.
Ah, what did you do after college?
After college, I was in Colo. I learned for a little bit after I got married for like about a year, and then I started singing and doing my music to make a living. Got married, and we started to sing, do weddings, bar mitzvahs, concerts, and then we started to do CDs.
Yeah. At what age did you start singing?
I started singing when I was very young, around 6 years old. And the first
2 years old?
6 years old, 6 years old. And
Uh,
first opportunity in the singing was 613 Torah Avenue. I think I was about 7 or 8 years old. And then I sang on the Country Yossi and the Spiegelhoppers when I was about 10 years old. And then I sang in my Miami Voice Choir and Amudei Sheish Voice Choir and Silver Zemer Voice Choir. All at that age before my voice changed, between 10 and 13, 10 and 14. I was very busy. I don't know how I did in school, but I did very good in the choirs.
yeah. How many albums do you have out now?
So I have 6 albums that I did on my own, solo albums. And then I, Baruch Hashem, and collaborate with other people. I sing on another 30 other albums together with other people. Guest appearances or duets.
Apparently, I have 3 of your albums here.
Okay, right. That's the Ishachad. What else? That's all you have is 3? You have to get you the rest.
Hold on. I have this one.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the wedding album, yeah.
Yeah.
Ishachad.
And I have,
And you have a Vinu, wow. So you're missing a few. So I have to get them. I'm going to give them to, maybe I'll give them to Yoshua Solomon and he'll give them to you. I'm going to give you the other 3, the other ones that you're missing, okay?
okay. And I have some albums that you did with Yisrael Williger.
Yes, we did. I think we did 2 together. The Sphere album, yeah, that's great.
I have this.
Wow, yes.
And I have
The Yom Tov album, wow. Yeah,
Young.
very nice. That's it? Anything else?
I have some this CD that you was Daddy and he died.
Yeah, Daddy is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Very, very special. Larger than life.
Yeah, Daddy was
That was a special album.
really,
Lucky me that I got to sing on that album with him. Yes.
yeah. Are these guys, most of these guys, with us or no longer?
So everyone else on that cover, Baruch Hashem, is with us. They are still here in this world. But not all of them are still singing. Some of them retired, but they're all, except for Getty, Baruch Hashem, everyone is still around.
Ah, okay. I have Dan Smith.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yoki Bisman. Yeah.
I have Yachad.
Wow. I remember that.
And I have you
Yeah.
did with Mandy and Ari.
Harry Goldberg. Yes, sure. Wow. You have a lot of my
Like,
stuff. Wow. Yehuda, you're
yeah.
a real fan. You have a lot of my albums.
Let's get back to what is your favorite song of all your albums?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. A slow song or a fast one? Can I pick one favorite slow and one favorite fast?
Yeah.
So probably my most favorite slow song that I had the beautiful opportunity to sing is probably Hamalach Hagoel. You know that one?
Yeah,
Hamalach Hagoel.
yeah,
That's probably my favorite slow song. My favorite fast song is probably a tie between Yerav and Ke'ish Echad. Yerav Nasihi Alecha, you know that?
yeah,
And
yeah, I know that.
those are my two favorite fast ones, and Amalek is my favorite slow song. Yeah.
Yeah, what do what do you do when you are not singing?
That's a great question. You are a great interviewer. I try to learn. I try to do the daf every day. Daf is very important.
Yeah,
Um, I try to do good things, you know, go to hospitals when I need to visit people, and just not to waste time, but to occupy as much time as possible doing good things.
okay. If you hear someone else music or singing, do you drink?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay. If you hear someone else music or singing, do you drink?
If I hear someone else's music, do I drink?
Yeah,
Drink what? Water, or you mean vodka or scotch?
yeah.
No, I don't drink any of that stuff. I'm not a drinker. I'm a big water guy. I like Diet Peach Snapple, but I don't drink. No,
Yeah. You don't drink if you hear someone else singing?
no, not really. Just on Shabbos a little bit to make kiddush. That's about it.
Okay. Um, who did you get inspired by to start singing?
Well, there were only a handful of people singing when I was growing up. When I was young and wanted to sing, there was Mordechai ben David, the king of Jewish music. There was Avram Fried, and there was Shlomo Karbach. That's basically it. So those three inspired me a lot. And today, Shlomo Karbach songs are still sung every day at all our weddings and our Shabbos tables and all our simchos. So it's amazing how many years his songs are still very, very popular and still always bringing smiles to everybody. But I would have to say that Mordechai and David and Avram Fried were my growing up were my inspiration.
Okay.
So yes, yes.
Um, are you coming out with a new song or album?
So albums right now are not on the agenda. They're very today it's a whole different world. They're very expensive to put out, and it's a very expensive business card, I always say. But I'm still hoping to come out with a single very soon. One with my son David, and another single also as well. And I hope to do it very soon. It's by Hanukkah. I'm hoping by Hanukkah I'll have a new song out.
Okay. Um, do you, do you have any funny stories that happened to you by a show or a wedding?
Yes, I have a very funny story that happened to me at a concert that I was doing in Brooklyn College. It was a Chalamoid concert, and I came onto stage and I started to sing, and everybody in the front two rows were
Yeah.
cheering me on and screaming, and I felt so good, like wow, they are so excited that I'm singing. And then I realized that my yarmulke had flown off my head. Brooklyn College was doing construction before Sukkot, and there was some kind of rope hanging from the ceiling, and I must
Yeah.
have ran into it. My yarmulke flew off, so they weren't screaming that I'm there excited to be there. They were screaming to get my attention that my yarmulke flew off my head, and that I should make sure I stopped singing and put my yarmulke on. So that was one of the funnier moments of my career.
At what age did you start? At what age did you start performing?
So I
Love.
started performing. My first real performance was when I was 19 years old. I mean, I had already sung on albums, like I said earlier, Over Zemmer and Stiebelhoppers and 615 Per Avenue. But my first live performance was when I was 19 years old at the first Miami Experience, the Achmil Begun Miami Experience. And I sang Yitzi Ball's Pischuli at that time. And after that, I later came out with it on my own album, on my second album, on my Achenu album. That was my first live performance.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for letting me interview you.
My